We continue to introduce you to the updated pages of the agent's personal account. This time, a complete functional overhaul has been made to the worker page. This functionality is designed to connect multiple PCs to a single agent account. If for some reason you find it inconvenient to use the updated page, you can continue working in the old version. To do this, use the version toggle in the header. You can create a new worker by clicking the Add Worker button. To create a worker in the modal window, you will need to provide an email, which will also serve as the login for the new worker, and a password. At the same time, you do not have to provide a real email. You can enter any data. After adding a new worker, it appears in the list of available workers with the following information: worker ID, worker enable-disable toggle, number of ports in use, software version, and worker status. You can disable or enable the worker using a toggle switch. To prevent accidental shutdown of the worker, confirmation of this action is required. Tab Statistics. Select the type of currency in which you want to see all financial information on this page. Choose the period for which the statistics need to be displayed. You can select a period from the suggested list or set your own period. When selecting all time from the list, you will receive an alert notification about the start date of the calculation period. In the tab Statistics, the following information about workers will be available to you: worker ID, login, number of successful operations for the selected period, total earnings of the worker for the selected period, and average earnings per port. You can export the statistics for workers in CSV table format. Worker details. You can view the details for a specific worker by navigating from the tab Management or tab Statistics. If there have been no sales on your worker yet, you should start the work. If there were sales on the worker, but not for the specified period, you will see ND, no data, instead of numerical values. If there were sales in the specified period, you will see numerical values. The following information is displayed at the top of the screen: the worker's login, the number of ports in operation, the number of ports working with activations, the number of ports working with rentals, and the software version. You can return from the worker's details back to the Management and Statistics tabs. The toggle switch for enabling/disabling the worker duplicates the functionality available on the Management tab. When switching the toggle switch to the inactive position, you will also need to confirm the intention to disable the worker. In the worker settings, you can change the password or delete the worker. When changing the worker's password in the modal window, you will need to enter the current password and the new password, as well as confirm the new password. If you do not remember the password, you can use the Forgot Password functionality. You will need to enter and confirm the new password. Additionally, you will need to enter the email code sent to the email address used for account registration, as well as the 2FA code. When deleting a worker, you will need to confirm the action in a separate window. Only a worker with the status disabled can be deleted. To delete a worker, you will also need to enter the email code and the 2FA. You can choose to display financial information in one of the currencies. You can set the data display period for the selected worker. When sales start, the following information will be available to you: statistics for the previous period in relation to the selected time period, total earnings, activations, and rentals. Earnings per port, number of successful operations, number of countries. When hovering over the question mark next to the countries, a list of countries involved in your sales is revealed. On the right side of the screen, you can see information on activations and rentals. At the bottom of the tab is the Chart tab, with information on the worker's earnings for the selected period. When hovering over the chart, the date and the amount earned for the specified period are displayed. The Services tab presents statistics on the sold services for the selected period. On this tab, you can track which services were sold, the total number of sales for a specific service, the number of sales for activation, the number of sales for rental, as well as the total earnings for a specific service. Detailed statistics can be obtained by clicking on the arrow. When clicked, the details are displayed: the service name, country, earnings from activations, earnings from rentals, total earnings, and total number of sales. On the Chart and Services tabs, you can use filtering by country and service. The page has been prepared for release and is currently open to all our agents. We see that it has received a positive response from our regular partners. We would appreciate your feedback and wish everyone successful sales.